This segment on the 574 and More is sponsored by Home Comfort Experts. You're watching the 574 and More, and thank you so much for joining us. And also here is James Olesen from Home Comfort Experts.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
And just a few minutes ago, I was like blowing my nose and sneezing, and it's that time of year, isn't it?
You know what? At least it's spring.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll take the allergies along with the springtime, right?
Right.
One thing we want to talk about today is as you're getting into spring, as you're stuck in your house and everything that's come into your house is getting that ductwork cleaned.
Because it'll alleviate some of these issues,
It
right?
absolutely will.
Yeah.
Last time on, we talked a lot about filters, what filter to use, what filter does a good job. But the filter is only going to trap what actually blows against the filter. We're talking about the stuff that's trapped inside your ductwork, out of sight, out of mind a little bit. But we kind of want to bring it to sight and to mind.
Yeah, so the ducts, okay, they're in the walls. We don't see them, but we know all of that stuff flies through them and then out the vents.
It does. And by now I'm a huge fan of statistics, so I'll give you a few.
Right, give us some.
Average human body sheds about 8 pounds of dead skin cells a year.
That's so disgusting.
So about half of that time or more we're in our homes. So off of every person, 4 to 5 pounds of dead skin cells inside your home. Every house accumulates on average about 40 pounds of total dust within a year's time frame. That's 40 pounds. I mean, that's trash bags full of dust.
Yeah.
So some of it lands on the carpet and the furniture and may get cleaned up and vacuumed up and dusted. But what about the stuff that gets sucked into your ductwork that's forgotten about?
Right.
So dust. Dead skin cells, why is it such a big deal? In 1 ounce of dust are 40,000 dust mites.
You're grossing me out, James.
Multiply that out, to 40 pounds, over 26 million dust mites added to a house in any given year. Dust mites' main food source are your dead skin cells. And I told you I was going to get you to say this, and anything that eats does what?
What?
Anything that eats
what?
excretes.
Oh,
right? So now we get into dust mite feces, which is the #1 allergen in every single home. Yes, there's mold. Yes, there's mildew and bacteria, but the #1 allergen inside a home is dust mite feces.
Okay, so when you guys come in and you clean the ducts, how long does that normally take?
A 4 to 5 hour process. So what they're going to do is they have equipment they can bring right into the home. It's not a truck parked out in the driveway with a vacuum hose. We can bring the equipment right to your equipment. And then they will set up a vacuum that's pulling all that stuff out. The vacuum is through a HEPA filtration, so it's not like it's pulling into the vacuum and then blowing right back out into the house.
Right.
It's containing it all. And then from every register in your entire house, blowing that back towards the system. And I always tell people, there's good equipment and bad equipment for doing duct cleanings, but there's good duct cleaners and there's bad duct cleaners. I am more concerned about the quality of the individual performing your duct cleaning than how nice and fancy their equipment is.
Yeah.
If you give me enough time and a broom and a shop vac, I can get the ductwork perfectly clean. Obviously, we have the equipment to make it efficient so that we're not in your home for 3 or 4 days cutting holes and accessing everything.
Sure.
But it's more about the quality of the individual. And again, we always go back to we hire quality people.
Right.
We're going to do the job the right way the first time. You're going to get what you pay for, type of thing.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. If you're running around shopping duct cleaning prices, you get what you pay for. With Home Comfort Experts, 100% of that dust, 99.9% of that dust is removed from the home, as well as the inside of the ductwork being sanitized.
Technicians you can trust with your house keys. And James, before you leave, I want to make sure that we see your socks.
Oh, I knew you were going to do this.
Can you show this off? These are the cutest things. I don't know if you can see these or not, but they are Home Comfort Expert socks. And it's got the technician right there. And of course, the back of the socks says technicians you can trust with your house keys, right?
We have to promote it everywhere.
I know, everywhere. All right. So duct cleaning, this is the time of year to do it and make sure that air quality in your home is good for the season. And you can find them online at callhomecomfort.com. James, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All right. And you're watching the 574 and More.